I don't know if y'all are watching this fight, but Devin Haney is controlling the range, and he's fighting from a little bit uh, closer than is comfortable for me, but he's still controlling the pace and the range of the fight, and he actually has George Kambosos timing down. And I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but every time Devin Haney starts or ends a combination, he dips down to his right. He knows the right hand is coming. He's trying not to commit. George Kambosos is trying to back up, get Haney comfortable, get his timing down, and catch him with a right hand and change the pace of the fight. Get him into what's up, girl behind the mic. Get him into a dog fight. But Devin Haney so far hasn't failed for it. So we're gonna see if the pace of the fight continues this way, because the fight is turning out exactly how I expected. Devin Haney knows exactly what he needs to do to win. Shout out to girl behind the mic; she's a real one. But he's doing exactly what he needs to do to win. He's not overcommitting, coming in behind the jab, coming in behind feints. He's changing the looks up. He doesn't give him one look, and like I said, he always dips and throw before he throws his combination or after he finishes a combination, because George Kambosos freezes when he does that. It's like he's expected a certain look to land the right hand, and because he drops if he freezes him, and then he just clinches them and starts it right back over. See, he dipped to his right, smothered the right hand and clinched, and then started it back over. Now he has to rework, and George Kambosos is actually confused right now. And also, Devin Haney's jab is snapping George Kambosos' head back. I don't know if you guys noticed that, giving him the whiplash effect. That jab is penetrating him even more than I expected. I knew he would control the pace with the jab, but man, that power jab is snapping his head back. I don't think he expected Devin Haney to have as much power as he is. Devin Haney actually shocked George Kambosos. But what Kambosos is going to do is what a veteran always does. They always wait for the younger fighter to make a mistake, just like Tank did with Rolly. But I don't know that Devin Haney's going to do that, because I think Devin Haney is aware of what's in front of him, and he's aware of what's on the line. See, he's at the range that's good for him. He's not spending a whole lot of energy. He still looks fresh, and we're at the mid rounds. Every time Devin they land on Devin Haney, the crowd and the announcers lose it. It's like they all going for George Kambosos. He'll land one shot. He'll be getting beat up the whole entire round and land one shot. But Devin Haney, like I said, is too close for comfort. He's too close. He needs to be on further on the outside, because George is trying to get him to commit, but he won't commit. Right there, he stabs him to the body, gets right back out of range. He actually, when he's at this range, that distance right here, he makes George Kambosos look foolish. He makes him look average, and that's what he should do. He should stay at that range. He gets a little bit closer than this a desired range for me. That range right there is perfect for him. Kambosos can't reach. He has to lunge in, and then Devin Haney's giving him good looks, and there goes those rabbit punches I told you that would happen. I tell you, he would try anything to get Devin Haney out of his comfort zone, because he's trying to use veteran tactics, because he knows he's outclassed as far as speed and athleticism goes. Devin Haney needs to use his legs more. See right there, he just complained to the ref, and what did George Kambosos do? He attacked him more, right? He's looking at. He wants to get in his head. All those mental games that he played before the fight, like I said, I think it worked against him. I think Devin Haney knows what's at stake, and he went after George Kambosos, not the other way around. So I don't think he's going to be successful in the mental games, but he's still trying. He knows what he has to do to win. He knows his strong suit. He's a veteran. He knows what type of fighter he is in front of him, and he knows what type of fighter he is. But Devin Haney's up in this fight. George Kambosos has his moments where he'll land a hard shot. Devin Haney has to be careful. And look, the worst thing that Australia could have ever did was let Devin Haney's daddy come, because he looks really, really comfortable in the corner. He's not really breathing hard. Has a light sweat worked up. He has the guy's timing. The pace of the fight favors him. He has a lot of things going for him, but he can't get careless. He can't get reckless and let that guy into his desired range to throw volume of punches, because he's a volume puncher. He has to keep him at the range that he's at right now. Keep backing up. There you go. Keep backing up and keep counterpunching him. He's trying to counterpunch Devin Haney with the left hook, just like the Leonardes did. That was his game plan coming in. But when Devin Haney drops, before he starts throws his jab, or after he throws his jab, it befuddles Kambosos. Look, He puts him in the headlock and walks him around. He's still trying to get in Devin Haney's head. When Devin Haney complained earlier, he looked at that like it was a success because he knows that's the fight he needs. Devin Haney just leaped in and caught him with a check left hook. Devin Haney needs to start pumping that jab more. He just got backed up to the ropes and then he bent that guy down. He's doing really, really good at controlling range. He's doing very well at controlling range. The referee just told him, don't elbow. Devin Haney too close right now. That's not the range. I don't. He shouldn't be at that range. At that range, George Kambosos is just going to go defensive and try to get him to commit. See, right now he just threw a 1-2 and George Kambosos didn't even answer because he wants him to get confidence that there's going to be no return fires. He wants him to be a confident. Hey, there's nothing. You don't have to worry about anything. And he wants him to keep doing that, and then he's going to try to land the right hand over the top. So Devin Haney shouldn't fall for that. He should do that right there. That was a beautiful right hand to the body by Devin Haney. That was beautiful. Oh, then he just threw a jab, put his hand up under the armpits, and steered him. That was beautiful. Right there, he almost got caught with a right hand because, like I said, he's getting too comfortable. That's what George Kambosos wants. He wants Devin Haney to get comfortable. That's why he's not even answering with return fire. When Devin Haney gets in the mid-range and starts throwing combinations, he doesn't answer because he wants him to get confident. So he could do that right there. He knows what's favorable to his style of fighting, and he needs Devin Haney to get confident, overconfident, and start throwing punches from the mid-range. That's what Devin Haney needs to do. He needs to get right back on his bicycle and maintain the outside, control the range, and keep dipping. He was dipping in the first couple rounds. He was dipping to his right before his combinations and after his combinations. He's not doing that anymore. He has to do what he's been doing because that was leaving Kambosos befuddled. But that jab, he has to get back on that stick. That stick was snapping George Kambosos' head back, making him look silly. Right there, because that right hand that George Kambosos just fell in with, it fell short because Haney's power jab, snapped his head back. There it goes again. Perfect distance right there. Throw the long punches. Throw the long punches and set him up for the short punches. Beautiful. Beautiful. Tim Bradley just said it best. You've seen a young master at work. Now, would a young master get the decision? I don't know. This is not even a close fight, but they're in Australia. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. We'll see how this goes. But so far, the fight is going exactly how I expected, pace-wise. I expected Devin Haney to come in there and control the pace with his jab, and Kambosos to try to bait him into a dog fight. Try everything, rabbit punching, talking to him in a clinch, every veteran tactic that he could use, the crowd, everything, because he knows what he needs to do in order for this fight to be in his favor. And he's even tried to get Devin Haney comfortable, where he's at the mid-range and he'll throw a 1-2 and George Kambosos won't answer right back immediately. He'll wait because he wants Devin Haney to say, oh, well, there's nothing coming back. I should throw more punches. And then, bam, the right hand's going to come over the top. That's what he's trying to do. We'll see if it's successful. Bill Haney gave him good advice. Good advice. They messed up by letting Devin's dad in the corner. Devin needs to take a little step back right there. That's the perfect distance right there. The guy can't reach him at that distance, and he can reach the guy because he's faster. He can get off and get out of there before the guy does anything. See? Check left hook. Then jab him to the body. Forget the jab to the body. The head, you snapping him back with the head shot. You don't even need to diversify your jab. He's not moving his head. Keep jabbing him. Give him a reason. Discourage him from coming inside with that right hand that he's trying to land over the top. And that's how you discourage him. Keep snapping his head back. If the jab is landing, I'm throwing the jab all night. Right there, he threw the right hand, not even a land, just the right hand to steer him because he's felt his back's on the rope. That's a veteran move. Then he's jabbing him right in between the little opening that George Kambosos leaves in the high guard. And he steers him. He's just keeping him off balance. He's doing good, but he has to maintain focus, like I said in the breakdown, all the way through the fight, the entire fight. He can't lose focus for 1 second because that's what George Kambosos is banking on. He's banking on the same thing that Tank was banking on with Rolly. To lose focus for 1 second and come in overconfident. George Kambosos, believe it or not, is trying to look. That's a veteran move. Devin Haney, before the referee broke him up, he walked Kambosos to the ropes. Kambosos turned him back to the ropes though, but that was a veteran move. He was trying to get the edge in the clinch. Right there, he just steered him. Now his back is to the ropes. He turned him, and now he's just whipping his jab. And Kambosos tried to angle off to throw a right hand. He tried to get an angle to throw a right hand, but Devin Haney was onto it. He just dipped down. But he's not dipping down like he did in the earlier rounds. He would dip before he throw his jab, and then dip after he finished his offense because he know. Look at it. Look at him popping his head back. Haney is just outclassing him. He's making him look like the bull in the matador. He's just got that red tarp, and he's looking silly because he's on the outside, controlling the outside. I think Kambosos thought that he was in Devin Haney's head, like I said, and I think he thought it was going to be a different type of fight because he looks befuddled when Devin Haney is fighting at the long range. He's just sitting there waiting for him to make a mistake, and he's letting him get points. Maybe he thinks he's going to knock him out. Maybe that's what he's hoping. Or maybe just hoping for home cooking, but he's not doing anything. He's just chasing him around, not even cutting off the ring. He's just chasing him around and then catching jabs with his face and snapping his head back. It looks desperate too. He's hitting the gloves together. Right now he's trying to bait Devin Haney. He hit his gloves together. He's trying to bait Devin Haney into a fight. Devin Haney needs to win. See, look, at the end of the round, he's still trying to talk stuff to him. All Devin Haney has to do is win. He don't have to do nothing else. Winning is the goal. And how you win, you outpoint your guy. Keep him off balance like he's been doing. Control range, control distance. That jab, I can't believe how unprepared George Kambosos is for Devin Haney's jab. He hasn't parried one jab. He's caught every single jab with his face. I don't know if he's catching the jab with his face because he wants to give Devin Haney a false sense of security that, hey, my jab is landing, I'm going to stand right in front of him and keep shooting it, and then he sends the right hand over it, or if he just can't get away from it because he underestimated Devin Haney's speed and the power of his jab because it's snapping his head back. A lot of people was making this fight a lot closer stylistically, and it should be. I'll give you that. It should be, but it's not because mentally, Kambosos thought he was in Devin Haney's head. He said he broke him 3 times before the fight. So he thought Devin Haney at this point would be coming in confidently, and he would already have caught him with that counter shot. Haney is killing him. Yes, bro. He definitely is killing him with that jab. I would deeply go there. I wouldn't even shoot the jab to the body no more. I would just keep shooting it to the head, popping his head back, discourage him from coming in. That's what I would do. Because he already has his timing. And look at deeply, look, right hand over the top. Now he's starting to land stuff off the jab. The jab is so that right hand didn't even land, and the crowd went crazy. It landed on Devin Haney's chest, and the crowd went crazy. That's what worries me, that the announcers and the crowd both go crazy when that right hand, every right hand Devin Haney has thrown has landed this round. It is because of that jab. But he has to be careful. He has to be careful not to, because are you serious? The crowd got excited about that. That wasn't even a knockdown. That's what I mean by home cooking. Girl behind the mic, what's up? Girl behind the mic, shout out to her. She's a real one. I like Girl behind the mic. She got some good views on different stuff, and she's just a real one. I like Girl behind the mic. She's a smart individual. But yeah, Devin Haney just controlling the range. Look at that. He just steered him into the ropes and backed up and made him look silly. Yeah, if they steal this fight from Devin Haney, man, like the world is watching. I mean, but it wouldn't even be surprising to me. Look, every time he hooks, Devin Haney catches him with a short hook and just steers him into the ropes. George Kambosos, facts. He hit him exactly. See right there, he just tried to come in and catch him with the right hand. He knows his only shot is that counter right hand. He's not even releasing combinations anymore. The left hook, the jab, and the right hand are the only punches that he's throwing. Those are the only punches that he's throwing. He's befuddled right now. He's looking for answers because Devin Haney's not cooperating with him. He's not giving him the range. That right hand that he just shot landed on Devin Haney's shoulder, and he kind of rolled it at the end, but he was already out of range. He was already out of range to where that shot wouldn't even land with any a whole lot of power. and he's just befuddling him with the jab. He looks lost. He looks like he doesn't belong in the ring, like he doesn't belong on this level with Devin Haney. And it's all because of the simple fundamentals of the jab. He just came in with the old school game plan of just controlling the range and the pace of the fight with the jabs. And that's exactly what he's doing. And then George Kambosos is still trying to bait Devin Haney, still trying to get him to overcommit outside of that jab and that right hand. But he's staying under his feet. He's staying very disciplined with range, and he's racking up rounds. And I kind of figured the first 3 or 4 rounds would go to Devin Haney just because George Kambosos would be trying to get his timing, and he would be sitting around waiting for the timing, and Devin Haney would be racking up rounds. But I did not expect this level of, like, he has no answer for the jab. That jab is just popping his head back, peppering him. He was talking about mental games. Look at the corners. Look at the 2 guys in the different corners and tell me who looks like they're winning the fight. He looks like he knows he's losing this fight. See Devin Haney right there try to drop because like I said, he's aware that Kambosos is going to try to work the ladder and come up to the head. So he just dropped. He just fell. See, he just fell. He just fell to the ground, and that's smart. That's smart boxing. Why would you stay up there just because you're in an awkward situation and let Kambosos get those fast punches off? That's smart right there. That's veteran. That's savvy. That's a savvy move. We're in round 10 already. Kambosos is coming forward. He's actually confused. He's confused, and he knows he's down, but he knows he has to land the right hand, but he doesn't know how. So, and he needs Haney's cooperation to land it. He needs Haney to make a mental lapse because Haney is, as far as skills, is outclassing him. Kambosos needs to open up. He's been trying to counter him out. Yep, but it's too late, bro. It's the 10th round. It's the 2nd round. He's already taken too much damage. Devin Haney already has his time in. It's too late to try to change the pace of the fight. He's been trying to change the pace of the fight with 1 shot. His game plan coming in was to catch Devin Haney with 1 shot and change the pace of the fight, get him into a dogfight. But Devin Haney has been controlling the range very well. He's getting a little closer. I'm not gonna lie. He pushed him off right there with the forearm. Get back at that distance. Have to work yourself back in and get peppered by this jab. Bop. There goes his jab. Then when he tries to, he probed Devin Haney with the jab. He drops to the right. Right there, he tried to be creative with the left hook. He tried to throw the left hook and pivot to catch Devin Haney, but it still didn't work. That's the first shot that he ever threw in this whole fight to the body. First hook that he landed to the body in this whole entire fight. He should have did that earlier. He should have. Right there, he tried to mix it up. He tried to go jab to the body and right hand over the top, and he missed that shot. Devin Haney can't. That's why I say he has to use his legs. He's been winning every round. He's convincingly won every round besides like 2 rounds maybe that you can give to George Kambosos. He can't get careless. He can't let George Kambosos set him up because he's aware of what he has to do. George Kambosos just threw that left to the body and try to land the right hand over the top. So right there, he just threw a left hook to the body. He didn't stop. He tried to step off at an angle and land it over Devin Haney. And then when the referee, Devin Haney relaxed because the referee was supposed to stop it. And then he pivoted again and tried to land another right hand. He'll tell you he's going to bring out every trick in the book because he knows he has to change the pace of the fight with 1 shot. And 1 shot is his only chance. So that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to find any little thing. Like, he's surprised if he low blows or rabber punches him. He understands. He understands he has to do something. George is a live dog. He was still trying. Oh, yeah. He definitely got to keep trying, bro. He's in front of his home crowd. He has no choice. No choice. He has no choice, bro. Uh-oh. He's not fighting in the clinch. That's a bad sign. That's a bad sign for George Kambosos. He didn't even rapid punch him. That's a bad sign. Devin Haney can't be at that range right there. He's getting too comfortable. That was dangerous. I'm glad that round is over. He was going to throw away all those belts in 3 seconds, like Belgic Taylor versus Chavez. Yeah, he has to keep controlling range. Kambosos is trying to get creative with the way he's landing his shots. He's trying to pivot, throw the left hook. He even threw a left hook jab to the body and then the right hand over the head. But the announcers suck. They didn't even catch that. They're not even showing the replays. But if you look right now in the corners, he looks like a defeated fighter. Him compared to Devin Haney, he look. They go to replay. Yeah, he tried to throw him a hook to the body and then a right hand over the head. They're right here try to pivot and then pin his arm and then throw a right hand and catch him. He didn't wait for the referee to break him. He's trying everything. He's trying everything. I don't even think it's frustration. I think he just knows what he has to do to win this fight. And he comes out to the middle of the ring and still control and backs up, and that's what he has to do. He tried to cut Haney off. He tried to cut Haney off to the right and angle off so he could land his right hand. And he actually pinned him against the ropes, but then guess what came out? That fiery jab. Does George Kambosos not know how to parry a jab or duck up under a jab or move his head and slide in? Because he looks befuddled. It looks like he wasn't prepared for a jab, which is crazy because Devin Haney has the best jab in the business. It's just wild to me that how unprepared for the jab he was. But that's what happens when you think you mentally beat a young fighter. You go in there acting like it. He thought Devin Haney was going to give him. Remember, he said he broke Devin Haney 3 times. He thought Devin Haney was going to give him a landscape, but that was good for him. You see that Devin Haney pivoted and stayed low because he's aware that George Kambosos is trying to land that big right hand. Devin Haney is fighting this fight really, really smart, and he has to keep. He can't lose focus for 1 second. 1 second changes the whole pace of the fight. He has to continue to do what he's been doing, controlling range, dipping down from the right hand, smothering it, fainting him. Devin Haney hasn't been doing this, using his jab as much as I would like him to. That jab is every time he throws that jab, it lands. Mix it up with to the body or the chest, but keep shooting it. Keep snapping his head back. You got to keep breaking him down. There you go. Look, every time he throws that jab, Kambosos loses ground, so he doesn't even have to worry about the return fire because Devin Haney has his timing. That jab does not even miss. Then he tries to catch him with a check left hook. Look, see, he's tried everything. He hit Devin Haney over the back, sort of like Adrian Burner did Marcos Maidana. But he's trying everything. He's trying everything because he's aware that he's losing in front of his own crowd. Now, then he caught the left hook because he's aware that Kambosos is just trying to come in and throw the left hook. Girl behind the mic, are you watching this fight? This is a great fight. But he's aware that he's trying to throw that left hook. He caught it before he even threw it. Then he just caught him with 2 shots, pivoted out because he's following him. Now he has to reset. That's discouraging. Now he has to go right back to the center of the ring. He's mentally draining him. Then he drops his hands. He drops his hands on the outside, give him a different look, and then bam, catches him with the up jab. He's just doing a lot of different things that George Kambosos doesn't even look confident in his offense. He doesn't even look like he believes that he can land his offense. He looks befuddled. He has Devin Haney against the ropes, right? That's a desired position for a fighter, a volume puncher. But he still doesn't look confident while he's on the ropes because Devin Haney has the faster feet, and then he's been peppering him with that jab. That's what that jab would do. Yeah, he shakes his head at the end of the round, but he knows. Girl, how the mic, you watch it and you as multitasking. Man, I cannot do that. I got to be focused on one thing. That's why I wasn't even going to do a live today. I want to just focus on the fight, but the fight was unfolding exactly like I thought it was. So I was like, let me go live. His corner's telling him about a lead hand and all this stuff. How about telling your fighter he needs a knockout? You're losing this fight. Unless they're aware of something that we don't know, home cooking. And that's what I was afraid of in this fight. Devin Haney was going to put on a dominating performance and still get robbed in the decision. Devin Haney's moving before the punches even get there. He knows he's not getting greedy. He throws 1 or 2 shots, 3 shots, whatever, but he's not getting greedy, and that's important too. Seeing every shot, anticipating every shot, has his timing down. It's just 12th round. You know Kambosos is going to come out really, really fiery this round. All you have to do, Devin Haney, is survive this round, and you're going to be you're supposed to be. Let me say that. lack of a better word. You're supposed to be the undisputed champion of the world, and all these people who was talking crap about you say they don't think you that guy, you know. And there was some boxing experts that kind of said that, you know. Teddy Atlas said it. I think Paulie said it. You'll prove those guys wrong because I've always thought Devin Haney was good. I think he has the best jab in the business, and he took this fight when he didn't have to take this fight. But undisputed means exactly that. Nobody can dispute it. Once he gets, if he gets these belts, everybody should just shut up. He's the best in the world because undisputed means exactly that. Look, the man swung a shot and fell into the ropes. If the people in Australia give I don't even see how they could cheat and give this fight to that guy. See right there, Devin Haney dips to the right, smothers the right hand, and George Kambosos looks befuddled because that's his game plan. He doesn't have a plan B. His game plan is the left hook and the right hand, and he's been getting peppered by the jab. He's took too much damage from the jab to be confident enough to land those shots, and he's not even using a jab of his own. That's the crazy part. Not only does he not know how to get away from a jab, but he does not using a jab of his own. George Kambosos is mentally beat, which is crazy because he claimed the opposite. He claimed Devin Haney was the one that was mentally weak, and he had broke him 3 times. If this is what a fighter that's broke 3 times looks like, well, hey, he just goes and throws that left hook with everything, and Devin Haney just ducks up under it. Then right there, he tried to come in and mount an attack. Devin Haney just jabbed him and froze everything he was about to do. Look who's resting. Look who's resting in the clinches. George Kambosos hasn't even been putting out a lot of punches to be that fatigued in this fight, but he's fatigued anyway. He's fatigued because the mental beating that he's been taking. Look, Devin Haney just smothered his right hand and backed him up, and he backs up because he's trying to land the right hand. That's how Devin Haney controlled him just now. In case you wasn't aware of that. Then he pushes him off. 30 seconds left. 30 seconds left. I'm pretty sure Joel Judah is outside yelling how much time he has left. Devin Haney has put on a master class. And right now he's clinching because you know what? It's called prevent defense. He knows he's up. He knows he doesn't want to give him an opportunity to land a good shot or clip him, or like I said, Magic Taylor style. He has 14 seconds. Now to me, this is the most nervous part of the fight. Now we got to see what the judges saw, if they saw the same fight. This is the part that worries me in the whole fight because, like I say, I go based off of history. Devin Haney's dancing. I wouldn't even give him respect if I was Haney. Did he go to the top of the ropes? George Kambosos went to the ropes to try to get the crowd in to show that he thought he won. There is no way you thought you won this fight, bro. But this is the most nerve-wracking part about the fight, the judges. Because historically speaking, judges always mess fighters out of fights. See a fighter with his eyeball hanging out and still win the fight or getting beat the whole fight. So we're going to see if the judges get it right tonight. They didn't get it right with Pacquiao. You know, the government has money involved. They already have, a contract for the rematch. So we're just going to see. We're just going to have to see. Exactly. He never let him settle deeply go. He peppered him with the jab and beat him up. Now, my prediction was that would happen, but I thought Devin Haney would get robbed, and I hope I'm wrong. But I just go off the history. And Manny Pacquiao was a bigger star than Devin Haney, and he was robbed. So I don't, But this fight wasn't remotely close, so it would be really, really difficult for them to try to rob Devin Haney. But we'll see. We'll see. As soon as these commercials are, get back to the fight. There we go. Let's see. This is the most nervous part about the fight. I was more nervous about this decision than I was at the beginning of the fight. So we'll see. Let's see. Let's see how this goes. You could tell if your fighter lost by how the team is reacting. Look at Devin Haney's team and look at George Kambosos' team. It's a cloud on one side of the ring and it ain't on Devin Haney's. Y'all guys want to know what I call Devin Haney? I call Devin Haney the Stingray. Deeply goated. I call Devin Haney the Stingray. You know why, bro? I'll tell you why I call him the Stingray after this. The judges say their decision because it ain't official until it's official. If you know what I mean. I'll tell you exactly why. Hold on. Hopefully, I won't get canceled for why I tell you why because it's kind of a joke. But we'll see. They might take my video down immediately, bro. I'm gonna tell y'all, girl behind the mic. Hopefully, they don't cancel me. Let's see. Let me wait for the decision because it ain't official till it's official. Damn, Tim Bradley had it 12 rounds to 0. I gave Kambosos 2 rounds. 2 rounds early, but he didn't. This fight wasn't even close. It looks like the crowd is waiting for Devin Haney to get robbed. It's quiet. You can hear a mouse piss on cotton there. They're waiting for Devin Haney to get robbed. Hopefully, come on, man, Australia. Don't do boxing like this. Don't give boxing a black eye. Don't give boxing a black eye. Haney really impressed me though. A lot of people didn't think that. You wasn't alone, deeply goated. A lot of people didn't think Devin Haney had it in him because they see him, rocked by lesser competition. But I think he got rocked by those guys because he was trying to knock him out. He was trying to make a statement because people said he didn't have power. I knew in this fight he would be disciplined enough because he knew what was in front of him and he knew what was at stake. When the stakes are higher, those guys, he wasn't fighting those guys for 3 belts and undisputed. So I knew when the stakes rose, his level of mental focus would rise. But the crowd, like I said, man, let's see. The crowd is waiting for Devin Haney to get robbed. If Devin Haney get robbed, bro, I swear I'm gonna be so pissed. I'm gonna be really, really pissed, bro. But let's see. They're going to the scorecards. Okay, that's a good score. 118 and 110. Okay, it sounds like Devin Haney got it. It sounds like he got it. Unanimous decision. He got it. He got it. He got it. He won it. Okay, now I can tell you why I call him the Stingray. I call him the Stingray because the crocodile hunter was messing with crocodiles, but he went down there messing with that Stingray, and the results is history. Please don't cancel me for that joke. Don't cancel me for that joke. But man, this was exciting for boxing. So I think Haney is the best at lightweight. I think he's better than Tank Davis. I think he's better than all those guys. My opinion don't even really matter, because he's undisputed. Undisputed means exactly that. You cannot dispute it. I don't even think he'll want a rematch. I don't even think George Kambosos will want a rematch after this type of performance. I don't even think alcohol and peroxide gonna get the blood out of his clothes after all that beating he took. But yeah, man, it's Stingray Haney did it. He went over there in another man's country, conceded on all those things, and still walked away with the belts. And he was chasing great. He conceded on so much, man, that worried me. But he still came out on top. That's great. Shakur Stevens, I feel all the way. So Khan, I don't feel like Shakur is better than Haney. Haney has been chasing. He's been chasing Lomachenko. Lomachenko didn't want to fight Devin Haney. He's been chasing Lomachenko for a while. Then he went over to another man's country, conceded on a lot of stuff, and then still won. Shakur just called out Lomachenko's name, but when the other guy got the knockout today, he called him out. People use Lomachenko's name, but they don't really want that smoke. They just be calling Lomachenko out. But Devin Haney showed that deep down inside, he has the most deep belief than all the other fighters because he conceded on so much. I don't think Shakur Stevens would have did this. I don't think Tank Davis or nobody else would have did this. That's what he did. He wanted to separate himself from the pack, and that's what he did today. He showed that I'm different. I'll go over and concede and beat the shit out this guy, and that's exactly what he did. He got all the belts. He's gonna forever be remembered in history. He went out there and did something that T.O. couldn't do. Stay mentally disciplined, fight a plan that was good for him, and then he just dominated him. He won a majority of the rounds. He shouldn't take a rematch. He absolutely shouldn't take a rematch. He absolutely shouldn't. A rematch, you're right, would definitely be worse. The guy already beat you after all that mental games and stuff you're gonna play. What you gonna do now? That was your best. Your best shot was at the mental strategy. Well, the mental strategy didn't work. What you gonna try now? Unless he knows something we don't know. Unless he put poison in Devin Haney's water. I mean, I don't see how he's gonna win the rematch either. But yeah, man, that's Devin Haney's new name for me. Stingray Haney. Stingray Haney. I told you, Crocodile Hunt, about fucking with that damn Stingray. You fuck with them crocodiles, man, but when you fuck with that Stingray, we know how that resulted. Although he is undefeated, he shows he can get touched. Yeah, but he gets touched. But what's at stake when he gets touched? When it was 3 belts at stake, he didn't get touched. He got touched being overconfident with those guys, Khan. No, man, my stream freezing up. I didn't even get to see what he said. But yeah, Devin Haney's man. Devin Haney's the best at lightweight. He's better than Tank. You know, Tank sits around and waits for one punch. Like in most of the fights that I've seen. And even when he can't go box going backwards, Devin Haney's the best as far as skills, and he has the best jab. He gives different. He probes with it. He does the corkscrew jab. He does the up jab. That jab is deadly. That jab alone puts him, pound for pound. I wonder if everybody's pound for pound is going to reshuffle now, because a lot of people had Tank Davis in a pound for pound, but didn't even have Devin Haney. But yeah, that was a good fight, man. But I'm finna get up out of here. Anyways, the Boxer Scholar, I'm out. I'll see you guys on another one.